Hello guys, welcome back to another video on this channel. Today, I'm back with another video on the predictions for the 2025 AMC 8 test. And before we get into the video, I would just like to wish you all a happy new year 2025. As you can see right now, it's 10:36 and it's still not 2025 for me. But for most of you guys who are watching this, or like all of you guys, it's probably going to be 2025, as I'm going to post this probably after the new year. So I just wish that you all have a wonderful 2025, and God bless you, and God is always with you. So today we're going to talk about the 2025 AMC 8 and how it is on January 22nd to January 28th. And just like some key tips before taking the test and some predictions on some of the questions. So most of you guys know there are 25 questions. It's a multiple choice, right? A, B, C, D, and E. So you have a 1/5 chance probability of getting it correct if you guess. But yeah, so 40 minutes, very tight crunch, so like do not get stressed or anything while taking the test. You should like stay calm, even though I do have like sometimes I get like stressed if I have like a time limit, but like practice like working like taking AMC 8 tests with like a 40-minute timer and like get in the habit of taking it for 40 minutes, as that will be really helpful for the test. And just make sure, first of all, like reading these instructions, figures are not necessarily drawn to scale, so don't, depend on the figures. And so like I think that if you like get stuck on any of the questions, like this is like 2024 AMC 8, the previous one for this year, or if most of you guys last year, if you don't understand one question, like this question, do not like skip it. Do skip it. Like don't like hold up time trying to understand the question and come back to it. And make sure that you like skip it, do 14, and once you're done, make sure that you come back to this question and like fill in. And if you don't have time, I would recommend mostly like this one, it could be B, C, D. So this one I think it's B, yeah. So mostly for questions A and E are like either like too small or too extreme, so it's mostly in the middle, so B, C, D. So I would recommend that. Like for this one, I think it's E, so this one's a little bit extreme, but I think this was a pretty easy question, as I did solve this one. There's just some variables in x plus 1, x plus 2, and so like I think that you should not get stuck on a problem. And also, like, you should not really lose points for the first at least 10 questions if you want to get above, like, 10, 15. Or, like, some people are getting, like, 20, 17 if you, like, want to aim for that. But make sure that you do not make any silly mistakes for these first 10 questions. And make sure you read the whole question and don't do something. And always, like, you might not have time to check your work, but make sure, like, use common sense sometimes. Like, let me find something. Like, this angle. Does this angle look like 30 degrees to you? No, right? So exactly, use common sense. So let's say if you get this as 30 degrees, then like double check, like it can't be 30 degrees. So sometimes use common sense. And there will be like things from like probability to permutation combination, circle area, like formulas of like what is the formula for the volume of a what was it? I think it was a cylinder. That's one question that came, and rectangles and like simple sequences and like things like those. And 11 to 20, they're going to be a bit tougher, and that just comes up to like you should skip it if you do not understand it. And like they cover the range from like 6th grade math, I think, to 8th grade advanced math. So do not be like undermined, do not like feel sad if you do not understand a question, because sometimes it is difficult. Like not everyone can understand these things. So just try your best, and like yeah. And if you ever like run out of time and like you have 5 more questions at 20 is to 2025, 20 is to problem 25, you should keep at least a minute left so you can like at least skim through the question and like find a reasonable answer. And as I said in the beginning, B, C, or D is probably your best choice, best bet. Like this one is E. Okay, sometimes it's actually E more, but like it depends. Like you should look at the question. So that's it. And and also make sure you also try every question, because as it says right here, there's no negative marking. There's no penalty for wrong answers. So make sure you try all of them. And the 2023 test was quite easy, like the first 10 questions, while the 2024 one, in my opinion, was a little bit harder. So I would expect it to be a little bit more harder. But I mean, if you practice hard and you like understand a lot of those concepts like that I talked about, I think you'll be just fine and you should not stress out. And this is just like a competition, and like at the end of the day it does matter, but like you should just try your best and see what you can do. Okay, that's pretty much it. I wish y'all a amazing 2025, and I'll see you in the next one.